morning.
I'm very happy to welcome you all to this session 10 of this Saturday examination, the Core of Data Science for Industry 4.0. And in this session, we are going to have Mr. Roy Anthony Arnold, who is a senior consultant from Infosys, joining us for this session. Sir has been we are associated with Sir for quite long period, more than a decade. Very supportive in any developmental activities for students as well as faculty. Very supportive, very magnanimous in sharing his knowledge with the students and faculty. That is very much important. Many of the industry people may not be actually interested in sharing their knowledge and expertise, but Sir has the magnanimous to share his expertise and skills and knowledge with the students and staff. Sir has been supporting us in conducting various activities for students and staff in my career. In the previous 5-10 years time period, I have conducted many activities with the help of the support of Sir. Now I am very happy to present this memento to Roy Sir. I request Dr. Neelam Sir to introduce our guest. Comment.
Very good morning, one and all. I am to introduce Mr. Roy Anthony Arnold G. He is Advanced Certified Scrum Master, Agile Coach, Certified Blockchain Solution Architect, and Industry Academia Collaboration Specialist. Having 14 plus years of work experience in IT industry as an Agile Scrum Master, Business Analyst, Trainer, and Coach. Currently working with 3 Agile Scrum, leading retail client as a Scrum Masters. He trained 2,000 plus employees on Agile Scrums, DevOps, blockchain, refined and evolved Agile Scrum process, continually for more predictability and meet 95% of project deadlines and increase the velocity of team by 20%. From last 14 plus years, he attached with Infosys and as a Scrum Master, managing 3 Agile Scrum leading and retail clients. The best part of the Roy Anthony sir, I can tell that he is a specialist of industry academia collaboration because he has started his career as an academician and now he become a senior consultant from last 14 years of Infosys. With these words, I want to invite our today's esteemed guest, Roy Anthony Arnold G, and we want to hear you, sir. Thank you, sir.
and I'm Roy Anthony Arnold, already professor, complete profile about it. I'm really happy to be here. It's been a long for me to deliver session during FTP. So recently I moved to, not recently, I think it's been 2.2 years of moved into production. So very rarely I get a chance to meet students and faculty members. Earlier I used to do Campus Connect program organizing various events for Chennai, Andhra and Telangana. So my usual work is to work with college and conduct training programs for students and faculty members. I'm really happy to be here. Hope you are enjoying your training sessions. Yes. So far, right? Can anyone summarize what is being covered in these sessions? Just a brief about what you've been covered so far, so that I can restrict myself not to repeat the same thing.
Actually, in the first day, the session was handled by Dr. Bhaskar, and he talked about digital twin a little bit, and he given an idea about basic idea about data science, AML. Then one more company, DeepSphere consultancy company, and they address about how the cloud is used for various consultancy company for executing the task, all those things they discussed, and Azure, all those things they shown. Then subsequently, one more session handled by Dr. Satyamurthy, professor from Pondicherry Technology University. So he talked about how the NLP is NLP the implementation. That's the base for generative AI. That's what he spoke about those aspects. Then what about Presidio, one person has come. They also talk about how they use Azure and other cloud for the implementation. And also one session handled by me in the last one, we have learned what the recent trend going on the data science like TinyML, AutoML and edge computing, all those we discussed. And one person from UK, what's the name? Person UK, Dr. Shiva, he talked about a lot of case studies on paint industry and health industry, all those things. He given a very brief level of those aspects. Then Dr. Radha from MIT came. She came and she given an idea about how the Python is used in the data science. Then anything else, ma'am? Computer vision. One person, Dr. Maslamani from Palladium Kanjima, he spoke about the computer vision. These are things we learned so far.
Thank you, sir.
That's my view.
Thank you, sir. Hope I didn't touch any of these things. Okay, and my session is not going to be completely into in-depth, which is not possible because ma'am asked me to share PPT, which is not possible for our organization. So I prepared or recreated similar to that in my personal laptop. Okay, because professor wanted to share this PPT with you all. So if I come with my official laptop, I can show a lot. But if I show something, then you'll be asked about that, which I can't give it to you. So I have restricted my session into something like a different area. We talk about the industry applications, how it was earlier, and how we are slowly moving to which direction. And then we'll be talking about on this line. Right, so we know about our insurance, but what is that been changed with the data science? Okay, and delivery models for dark stores. I don't know how many of you know about dark store concept. If you know, okay. Otherwise, then I have to explain that. So you know the dark store. Then return abuse.
Dog data, we know the dog store.
Dark stores. So I didn't give any clue on what is that you are going to talk. Just I'm given the content, so just kicking and guessing on that part. That's it. So and return abuse, what is that? And predictive analytics, concept in movies, right? So that's for some kind of fun element to be added. So I brought some related to that one. And demand planning. This is the area I'm working currently. Okay. So I can't talk a lot because if I speak a lot on that, so it will reveal client info. So I'm just restricting what we are doing with it, the high level information, and how that demand planning we are doing with ML algorithm. Then psychological profiling, which is the most important in current industry. Okay, so we are going to talk on these slides. This is my guide. I hope I can able to cover up to this break. After that, we do this after the break. Okay. Fine. So before I get into this one, how many of you having your own cars? Okay. So how you do your insurance, car insurance? What is the insurance plan you are having? Compare, a lot of models are right. So what is the plan you are taking? Compare, which is the safest one, right? Not pay more, but that is more safest one, especially during rainy time. You have to be very careful, right? After the rain, you got to call that car service center to start the car. Otherwise, they will void the insurance. They say you did something like that. So you have to call them. You have to wait for them to come, and then they have to start it. They say whether it's in the condition, or they have to certify that yes, this car was in this condition when I attended. Okay. But in cold US, UK, the situation is something different. The clients, this is again not now. Okay, this is kind of old one. This is around 2008, 9 ton onwards. Which means data is oil now. Is right. New oil is data, right? Which has been there for all corporation or corporate industry very long. If you come to industry, we trust in God, but rest of us come with the data. Okay, so when you come for presentation, when you say why or what, so what is the data? How you come to this conclusion? From where you are taking it? What is the source? The same thing which you never ask in our WhatsApp nowadays, which that's why WhatsApp universities became very popular, famous. We never ask this question, why this or what, where you have getting this information. We never ask anybody who is forwarding that message to you. You simply believe, what is it? Because that is how I'll come to that part, the last one, right? Psychological profiling, that area. So, how we are, that real-time problem that time is, hope you know that in US, mostly single driver car, which means if you are owning a car, only you can drive it, you can't give it to other person, because you connected to the insurance, right? And if you are making any foul or anything, if they cancel your driving license, then you should not drive any vehicle at all. Okay, if you drive, then you have to be completely barred for life not to drive, or you will get a jail sentence as well. So where that rules restrictions are on. So now the clients came with that kind of question, so why have to go for insurance if I'm going to drive my car only for 3 months or 2 months? Because if it is a kind of, during this month, right, November, December, this winter season, they never going to touch the car because of the heavy snow. So the customers say, right, I'm not going to use my car in these months, then why have to pay insurance premium? Then they started, right, the problem, real problem in US is, if they are not getting answer, they'll file a case in the court. Okay, the two industry in the US is very money making is, one is pharmaceutical, that is a health industry, another one is law industry. So whatever you do, they'll sue you in the court. You will come to the court and you will address it. And most of the cases will be after court settlement will happen in US mostly. Here nobody bothers about what is when. If you are filing a complaint on consumer court, then you know that when that verdict will come. You know that, right? You have to follow, and a lot of things will be there. And here that awareness is not that much. But they're informed customer, they go for anything like this for a sue. So what does that happen is, so the customer were coming into these kind of dependency, right? So I'm a good driver, so how will you, charge me more? How will you prove now you are a good driver? Okay, got it, right? So I'm saying I'm a good driver. Okay, then why you are asking the same premium which is been person who making a lot of accidents, right? So how will you get that information? How will you justify his claim? Yeah, which we need data. So where you will take data?
Is the feedback from the customers?
The online feedback.
Yeah, then.
Tickets issued.
Yeah. So they are more advanced, right? The technology industry more advanced in US. So that time also they were using the smart devices. Okay. So they attached that device in the car to see that what is their average speed. Okay, and to track the routes, which is their favorite route, most favorite route, or the mostly highly used, right? And average, how long they are traveling each day, right? Is it kind of 10 kilometer or 100 kilometer, which makes a lot of difference, right? And how you are, using your service, right? How many times you are going for a service? All these things are being captured with the data, and then these are helping them to drive. This is where the problem happened to our clients. They were asking, right, give me. So nowadays the customers coming to us with the, they say, right, you give me a solution. Don't say me the problem. Give me the solution for the problem. So that is where the real problem. Even the generative AI comes in, but still you have to ask the right question. If you don't ask the right question, you're not going to get benefit out of it, right? So that is where the thinking, problem-solving mindset is needed. So there are some data which we considered. One is the usage, how many in a day, how long they are using the car, right? Or in a year or in a month. So those who are starting their journey newly, which is not possible for them, but others we can able to is visible, right? Then your frequency of accidents made by the driver, so who is owner of the car, and then how many accidents happen in the route, the frequency of the route. So if you're saying that I'm going from Tambram to Paris daily, and how many accidents happen in the route, that is also important, right? It's not only my driving skill, it's about others as well, right? Even though I'm a good driver, if others who are traveling along with me is not following the rules or not following that speed limit, then I'll be in trouble, right? So we need to track that information, and then how many incidents paid in that location, right? Or if they are taking history, how many of the people in that region are using their policy, and what is that amount they have taken for it, for that particular brand of car, right? So you can take a kind of sum, okay, what is that maximum, minimum kind of one. And another one is the driving speed, which you can able to track with the speeding device, and then the driving skill. So the driving skill, again, how quickly, how many times you're going for service, that is one indication. How frequently you're changing your parts, spare parts, that is another indication, right? So we collect all this data and then giving a customized insurance plan, right? So which means that if you are a good driver, if you didn't make any accident, your premium will be reduced by some money. So you are given additional amount, offer, which means that you as a driver, I'm happy because my behavior has been appreciated, and I'm ready to continue the same, because if I do the same next time also I'll give the less premium I have to pay. So that is where the driving skills or everything is being analyzed here, and we are giving the data according to the data, of course. But now here the problem is, so in this one, what are the problems we'll be facing when you're collecting this data? What are the major problems we'll be facing?
Privacy.
Yeah, privacy. Definitely privacy, because which is very important in US. So you have to be very careful on collecting this one. We should not use this one for some other purpose, right? Which is what kind of questionable. Are they going to use it for some other purpose or not? We don't know exactly, but we believe, we trust they don't use it. But how long, how we can trust is based on that, some cases when somebody will investigate and say that no, your data has been misused here, right, or hacked, right? They simply say, right, we kept your information, say we didn't release it, but somebody hacked it. But if that company is demonstrated a hacking, through that you take the data, something like that, we don't know. They can simply say our company is hacked. Okay. But if it is a kind of voluntary, they are providing the information with the name of hack, we don't know. Right? Which means that is the privacy is a very, very important problem here. Other than that, please.
Sir, actually, I don't know in US whether here we can purchase car in someone's name and it could be utilized by someone.
Yeah. Where it is, if you can do that in US. No, I'm saying, yeah, even I didn't go to US. I'm just getting this from my friends only and from movies, right? So if you are using someone else's car, then
Not someone else, sir. We are purchasing, maybe in my name.
Yeah, that's what. If I'm right, if my sister or brother are using my car, which is offense in US, should not use it. Okay, so that means you have a number of cars in US. If you take a house, they'll have 3 or 4 cars mandatory, because each one of them will have one car.
So instead of they have to take some sensor or something, they can capture who is using at the period. That is enough now. So why you go for 3 or 4 cars?
No, no. Means if I'm in my family, 4 people are having a driving license. Means each of them have to separate car.
That's why I'm saying, a single car, we can note down which period that person is driving the car. We can track.
The problem is other crimes are connected to that. If you are using the same car for some other one, then who will you go and arrest it? They say 10 people are there, I'll be using the one. I didn't drive it. Then you have to go and tackle this problem. So you one to one.
We are witnessing.
Yeah, one to one. You like your mobile. You are the only person who will use your mobile, right? The same way, your car, you have to use it. Kind of one, which is good one way, but it is bad for our money, right? We can't economically.
We can't affordable to buy it.
Already we have too much car in our
Too much car. Without the parking.
And
That's
in
one.
the house, car parking is very difficult.
Yeah, definitely, that is nice. Okay, so now I hope you all use Kahoot quiz, right? Kahoot app. Do you have it in mobile? When you log in to that one, you have a quiz side by side. You take a mobile phone, you can download app, Kahoot. 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 This is the name. What is the name of the Kahoot? Yes. Install it and log in. So this is one of the interesting app, but it is restricted. Nowadays, earlier it was kind of free of cost. Now they are charging money. So you can have some 10 people or something like that. But I have subscribed edition, so I can have some, up to 100 people can take at a time. This is an interesting tool to have it in a classroom to make fun for the students.
Student log.
Yes, take student log.
Even something else.
I just give you a log into that one.
Type we can put teacher or a student.
Student. As of now, you can show a student. I'll give it.
Yes, we got it. Game pin already.
Slowly
Yes, ma'am. 20. Pin, ma'am. Pin, sir.
Then I'll give it. Hope all of you install.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Or you can take desktop. If you are having problem with mobile, you can take desktop. So, ready? So in a mobile app, the center button will be there. So you have to use that pin. I will show the pin. You have to use it.
Yes.
If you are management having budget, you can buy the subscription for a college.
How much, sir?
I don't know, they have increased the money now, you can check it out.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Pin 5120. 3120.
This is happening.
Yes, sir. Nickname.
So there is two way you can log in, either nickname or with your own name. So here I think it will go with your nickname, I guess. Or you can enter your name, check it out. If they are allowing to enter, you can give your name. Otherwise you can go with your nickname. So when I do a program with students, right, I'll go with the nickname. So it will come with some random name, right? They'll be making laugh, they'll enjoy it.
Yes, sir. Ready, sir.
That's all I- Yes, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so for how I made this quiz is, for each slide you'll have one question. Okay, so if you listen to the content, you can able to answer the question. Alright, and each question will have 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds, you have to answer it. Okay. Yes. Shall I start? All are joined? So first question.
Sir, pin 1 minute 5 5 4 3 Okay.
This is the pin number.
Choose odd man out. Driver education.
Not speak about it, I guess answer. It may be wrong answer, you don't know.
We should give answer for this.
Yeah, you select which one is correct one, 30 seconds. Select which is correct one.
Odd man out, sir.
30 seconds only.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sir, no.
Nine plus 1 point behind Akila. What is this? You given earlier to me. Here, Akila.
Fine, I'll go to the next one.
Next one, sir. Next one, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now ready. Please, sir. But I said answer, sir.
Yeah.
Answer, first.
Later link answer to others. Okay, fine. Other time on the particular. Okay, now we can see who is the fastest finger here. The score.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Next time I am
So now we'll go to next row. Fine. Yeah. No, Uncle, and the next is contact.
Coming.
Each slide one question.
Yes, sir. Alert agona, so alert see the PPT and ready. See the PPT.
Which one?
Technical problem.
Wait, ma'am. What happens? How is the first thing?
If you are sick in class, you can't answer it. They can take to their friends, right? Yeah. Fine. Okay. So the driver car insurance one, we are having tons of data, right? And what is important is when insurance provider is a global MNC, right, kind of one, they collect global data and they make an average, which is where they are making more money, where they are making loss by giving insurance, and they have to do adjustment according. And most importantly, government policy will change from one country to another country, which is an influencing one. Okay. Whereas the driver education is not. Whether you are an educator or not, you know how to drive the car. That's it. So it is not going to make. Even sometimes the educated drivers will try to cheat the system than uneducated drivers. Nowadays are happening like that only, right? So the models, ML models, have been used for this industry, insurance industry, starting from 2000 onwards. So what is interesting here is when you talk about this machine learning, predict analytics, all these things, most of the time the students thinks that it's happening now, but it is not exactly. For example, if you say Google search, when they dominated searching industry with overthrown Yahoo, that time no one had idea how Google did it. Because I still remember when I studied in college, my first page is yahoo.com. That is the first page, which is completely changed into yes, yeah, ready. But yahoo.com, the page of the browser. So google.com, like that we have yahoo.com, right? So this by default will come. But it's been changed. How it changed, we don't know. But when they released that, we used page ranking algorithm. Then only we know how they did it. And by the time they adapted some other algorithm, that's when they release it. So any company, they're releasing their algorithm outside means, which means they are upgraded to some other algorithm. So now they are giving to others to make a competition. That's how things happen. So now open source license are given in that way. For example, recently, and how many of you know that Elon Musk, he open sourced his car, the initial car which he made, right? He kind of open sourced it. Now if you know how to do it, you can make that car. Same car in India. He's open sourced everything. Because he is going with the higher version of the car. So that one is not needed. But if you are interested, you try with it and you modify it to your own interest. Okay, that's now the another one interesting is this dark store. Okay, this mostly after the pandemic, post-pandemic. When this, right, we have that proverb, right? Necessity is mother of invention. So if you go back and see that in World War I, II, that is a time period we had a lot of invention because they want to win the war. So both sides they did a lot of invention. If you go and check it out, most of the physics and chemistry, all these innovations came in that period of First World War or Second World War. Yeah, that is the short. It's mandatory for them to do something different to beat the enemy. Right? A number of things are there. The same way here, this pandemic, it's a situation, do or die situation for entire world. So whether it is a man-made disaster or it's a natural made, we don't know. But we can't argue on that, but we need to come out of it. So a lot of innovations in pharmaceutical came and also for other industry, especially with the help of IT industry. Most of the industry are running without any problem. Only that physical store, physical presence wherever needed, only those industry were in problem, especially faculty industry. Right? So our education, hope how many of faculty didn't get their salary during that period, half salary, then getting a lot of mental pressures and other problems. Hope you know that whether you or your friends would have undergone that pressure. When you had especially a lot of EMIs you got to pay every month, then the amount of pressure you have more, right? So during that period only this dark store concept came in picture. It's nothing but we have a lot of things are there, but I'm going to discuss only 3 important types on this model. But what is the benefit? Why they are going for it? So the dark store concept is you don't need to go to visit any store. You just book your order online and then you would go and collect in person. That is concept of dark store. Not delivery to your home. Okay, you go and collect on your free time, available time from the designated location. That is the dark store concept, which is not in India. It's been coming. I think probably very soon might coming, but it's one of the major concepts in US, UK, Europe especially. So where when you order anything, that will be processed by internally with robots, right? Hope you have seen a lot of robots, right? That small various size of robots, right? Where it will move these stacks inside the your warehouse, and then from self all these things, right? They're using it and they pack it. Then that person will carry it and put it in the location with a unique code. Only that customer can open it. Okay, because this virus spread all this one, right? So they put it there. And then you have to go to that one. You will get a notification that your items been, put it into this locker or location. You can go and collect it. So then you go there. You will have to use your app to unlock it, and then you can take the item with you. So this concept is being brought in drastically during this pandemic time, right? And here we have similar to that concept, Lenskart, where you can order and you can buy it in a nearby, retail store. You can go and buy the item from there. They'll ask, right, whether you want to deliver to your home or that nearby shop, right? So if you're going to shop, you can check with the other things, and then if you don't like it, you can return it there and you can come back, right? Or similar model is used by Dominus Bizo, where you can order and then you can go and collect it, right? So you can have the mobile app, you can order it, they will have an option, right? Whether you are driving, you're going to come and eat here or you're going to collect it. Then you can go and pick it up. When the order is, you know that, and you take the item out of it. That's it. So which means, you don't need to, have more people to manage the store, and you can reduce your expense, right? All those things resulting in your profit. Okay, that is the major reason. Okay, and sorry. I think the touchboard, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, so this dark store concept been adapted mostly in US, UK, because most of them are online completely. In India, in city side we have more online, but slowly our village side also going. Now you can see, right, Amazon is delivering items into the remote village also, where you have a quick, correct connect of roads. Even the small village are getting that product delivered, right? So if this continues, then you can able to do this online ordering from anywhere, right? Okay. So now we're ready for the next question. Yeah. Click on it.
No, sir.
Oh, it's not.
Time, sir. I think I spoke a lot. Stay on the page. Reload. Try the reload. Otherwise, reload. If it is a time's up, reload it.
Stay on the
Stay on the
page.
page. Stay on the page. You see that? Okay. Then we'll do one thing. We'll do that quiz at the end. Okay. So you can remember that. Because I'm speaking louder, right? So I think the times.
Sir, we also get tense.
Okay, fine, no problem. Okay. So the first model is, right, in-store pickup delivery model. This is the first model adopted by many companies. So now I'm just telling you the model, then you can think of where that machine learning models are needed. Here, you can tell me about that. Okay. So these are that kind of, right, click and collect, more stores. Then we call it as a BOBs, which means, buy online and pick up in store. Or it says simply click and collect. Same or both. This is a store which has been there in the US and UK. Okay. Especially Europe and America. Right? So you can see, right, they are using these robots inside to move the items, and then they reduced maximum possible human element involved in the process. Right? So which means you need to train these robots, and you need to put the items with the right rack and everything. You need some human intervention, but not maximum level. Someone need to be there to repair it and then collect it, right? So either the customer can pick up or the third party. That is the model we are using. Third party, Swiggy, Zomato, all are what? Third party. You are making an order, and then they are collecting item and they deliver you, right? Same way now, I think they brought for other item. If you are buying a chair and anything, you can book in app. They will be doing the transport for you. Transport for you. By using the app. So, but not exactly, but what similar to that. So now here, the robotic picking is what? Reduced 70%, right? Your money, or you can increase the saving. Now here, what are the area where you will have the data collection is needed, especially to train the robot? That is one area. That is, you'll have a robotic things are coming over there. Apart from that, location. We need to have, suppose if the click and collect, we need to know what is the nearest location for that person to collect that one. And you have to give the option for the person to collect it, right? Yes. Now the problem is, right, how many containers are there? You can see, right, numbers are there, right? So you have a smart container or a smart lock, okay, will be there. And you will be getting a notification which container or which room, and then you have to use the smart lock. Will be appear in your mobile phone, only you can use it. Okay. Now then you can take the item. Right? Now what are the problems will be there? What are the major problems will be there?
Delay lockers might be full.
Space management, definitely space management. Some person is ordered, but they are keeping the item for a full day. Then what will do? No one is collecting it. That's a problem. Next one, right? Then
Some people may not
be able to use it properly.
Yeah, they are not closing it properly, right? In our India, definitely happen, right? They will, open it, they take it, they put something in the garbage into the road, then they go.
If there is damage in a particular product,
That is
they will
one.
complain.
Yeah, that is a different one. That is, return procedure. That is different. I'm saying giving the item only for a giving item. Return procedure is different because if your item is not satisfied or not quality is kind of damaged, then you have to do a separate return procedure. Similarly, you have to put it in some designated location and they will come and collect and then they'll do. That is different one. But I'm asking, in order to make this order and collect it, what are the challenges are there?
If pass key is not working, like
Parking lot may be needed. Okay. Yeah.
pass key.
Pass key, yeah. Pass key. Definitely you have to be very careful, nobody is stealing that. Otherwise the customer will say that, my key is been stolen. And then say, right, I didn't take the product. They take it, they took it already. But you need to how will you validate that? That person is took it. They say, somebody is, hacked my phone or stolen my phone, I didn't take it. How will you?
That camera will be there because somebody will be taking the robot
That is
also.
postmortem. When you have a camera, it's a postmortem.
Okay.
So all the cameras are in the road are only for postmortem. It's never going to stop any crime, right? How will you know that? That is a problem, right? Where we need a data. The machine learning comes in place. What is the behavior of this particular customer in the previous purchases? You need a data, a lot of listed, how frequently he is ordering, all this data is needed. If he is complaining something like that, then you can say predict. Or when the person is ordering, that itself the screen will say, right, this customer, 70% probability to give the false order or falsify the, it will give the indication there itself, which will be good or not. So camera movement, which is postmortem, who is collected, we can verify for the police complaint. If you are going to take a legal action, that time you need a camera. Because you can't give this data which is going to then ask a lot of questions, how you collect this one or this one. So that time you can say, you can say, right, that person is only collecting that item. As he claims, someone is reading, take it. So like that you can use it. But before that you shall get a, notification, right? So that is where this data and interestingly, even though they reduce, in this human involvement, but a lot of back-end processing, computation power and development fee. So you have to give salary or the project you got some consult, right? You have to pay again huge amount of money. There are when Infosys like companies are working from home, many people used to say, right, you are working from home, there is a lot of profit for the company. But that is not the case actually speaking. It is kind of give or take, 50-50 you can give. Because when you are working remotely from your home, the number of attack increased because your modems are not safe. Your modems are already hacked, especially when you are using some local brand or some low quality modems, or when you are not configured properly. When they're installing that place, right, the person is new who didn't lock all the ports are wide open. Then who knows that somebody already hacked your modem, right? When I am trying to connect my office network through the modem, he is already piggybacking my connection and he will get into the company network, which means a company network have to have 3 or 4 rounds of perimeter, digital perimeter to stop the incoming connection. Otherwise, Infosys attacked by ransomware. You'll get a message in news, right? So that's a problem. Even though ransomware attacks happen, the companies make it a secret, they never allow to reveal. We don't know whether it's happening or not. We never nobody tells, because if it is been coming out, which means that the company is not trustworthy. We are not safe with it. Then the clients will start moving out. So it's a bad name. So that is where that ransomware is success. When the ransomware attacks, they will immediately give the money, whatever the money they ask for. Okay. So whatever the company, if they are unable to give, then that same person who attacked, right, they will leak the news in the paper. Say that this company is attacked with ransomware. How they get it? This is the same person. Now you get bad publicity. Okay, that's it. Fine. So this is, I have a question. So remember this one. Okay. And the another one is curbside pickup delivery model. When is the break?
23 months.
Okay. So the same model, everything. But here it's kind of, if you are making bulk order kind of, grocery item one, then the company will use robots inside or less human work, and they will have a big one, they will pull it out of it. They'll, you have to take your car or vehicle, they will load it into that one. You don't need to get down from your vehicle. You have to inform that you arrived, Then that person will pull that one out and then they load it to the truck or whatever you have, right? It is curbside. The other one is road. So this will basically location. These are not GPS based one mostly. In this one, in this model, these are lightweight robot. They won't have a GPS and all. They have a dedicated route for the spot location. So they will only move from warehouse to that location only. There is no other location.
Sensors.
Yeah.
Using sensors.
Yes, using sensors and the route, the built-in embedded route. Using that, it will do. And on the way, if there is any obstacles, it will have algorithm to handle it. And it won't stop there, the place. The person who is the right owner only open that can. No one can open it. Okay, that is the only thing. Right? In India, what will happen is they take the entire thing and they'll go play. That's the problem in India. Still, we are not trusting our people, right? That is a real problem. First of all, road, that is a different one. Even if you have a dedicated road, something, I don't know how many of us will trust, that luggage is coming where people will be sitting there with what will happen if somebody took it, or what will happen if somebody changed it. We'll have all kind of mental dilemma when you are getting that product. Yes or no? The same thing happened during initial days of Amazon. When you are making first order, when it's reaching you, how many mental agony you would have undergone, right? The same thing will happen when you are having this one. But it's what happening in most of the places. Okay, so you order it and they will tell you the location where you will collect, and they will, the human person or the robot will be there. Either you can collect it, if it is you are having your own vehicle, then you can, they will load it, then you can take it, otherwise you can collect it. Okay, so this is a three-way of doing it: manual delivery, automated, and then your robot driven. The three-way they are handling this model. Okay, so just imagine if you are nowadays a DMart, you are going to collect everything, right? Just imagine a DMart. You love DMart, but you don't have time to spend 1 hour, 1.5 hours to buy your items. You know that very well. If you get into DMart, solidly minimum 1 hour you have to spend, at least for walking itself. Selecting, choosing are different, at least for walking itself, right? Just imagine if they have come with an app, you order everything, right? And then you send it to them. There is no crowd inside, only these employees of DMart, they pack it and they're ready, they're giving a message, your items are ready. Then you go with your car, then they'll take the trolley, they load it to your car, then you come back. This model, yes or no? But will it come? It will come, but take some time. Because a lot of things are involved here. Trust issues, mostly trust issues, right? And then our traffic. If they say, right, come and collect within half an hour, and if you go after 35th minute, they say, no, we have taken everything back to the self. You got to make a new order. Happens or not? Possible or not? So all these things are there. That is the challenge. But this will come. This change. So the point is, right, what you're seeing now, the shopping, which will completely change over the period. You will save a lot of time by doing this kind of model. Right?
But some people, they will go for entertainment.
Yeah, that is additional revenue they are collecting. They are pulling money from your pocket, forcefully by having another one. If you go to mall,
Staying
right?
in the home for a long time.
Yeah, you
They
plan
need some sort of a change.
No, you are saying change, right? But for them, it's a money-making process. If you go to a mall to watch only movie, your kids won't allow you to do that, right? It's a guaranteed. If you go there, you will spend at least 4,000 or 5,000 rupees in the mall itself. It's a guaranteed. Right, only for movie itself you have 2,000, 2,500. Solid. Popcorn is right. You say kids, right? No popcorn. What? You are coming to movie without popcorn. Then you have to put the money into that. It's all right. Fine. Now the third model is a quick commerce delivery model. This is what used in India with your delivery type, all these things, right? Quick delivery model. Zepto, right now your vegetables are delivered within half an hour, right? The new model. Yes? How many of you use Zepto here? Okay. Before that we had Big Basket, right? Which will deliver in 1 day. If you order today, then tomorrow morning they will give you fresh. Right? How many of you use that Big Basket? Okay. Zepto? Do you know that, or now only you know the Zepto is? Okay, you can use for that, search for the Zepto. Okay, cool.
Amazon Fresh also says
Yeah.
Instamart 20 minutes.
Which basket and
Is
all
it?
in within 10 minutes?
Yeah, within 10 minutes. Maximum half an hour within 10 minutes. Within Chennai, 10 minutes. They are saying it's the 10 minutes. Zepto. So now what is that? You don't need to go to grocery vegetable store, right? So making you lazy. So the people make money by making lazy. I will come to this in the last part, psychological profiling. I will come to that. Okay, fine. So what are the things are here is, this is a model, right? You take a walk and then you order it. Then your the packed items are ready. Then the person will go to the location and deliver it, right? So there is a model, and we are using now this kind of parts, robots, in American European streets. Okay, it will go and deliver to the nearby house. This use the GPS. Okay, and the next level area going is what? This is where they are moving already. They started doing it, drone delivery. In a lot of houses in US, Europe, they have a drone placement area. They have constructed. So where that the drone will drop the luggage into that collection area. Like those pucks, they have drone pucks now. It will put the item over there. Okay, so now you imagine this when it comes. How many problems the police need to address it?
Yes, sir.
Imagine how many problems the police need to address.
What is there?
Hmm?
What is missing?
This one.
The box.
To say yes,
Nobody knows.
nobody knows. That is where the system need to be there. Like your air traffic control, like flights are traveling, right? Same way you need to have a drone control and all those things. So new opportunities. When the people are telling the right, there is when this AI comes in, generative AI comes in, the people do stuff. No, the same thing happened. I don't know how many of you know this. I saw an old newspaper. I think in 1930s or sometime, old, very old. That is the first time US government decided to use calculator in the college and the schools. The max teachers are doing a protest not to allow calculators into the classroom. They did a protest. Imagine now, can you think of a classroom without calculator now? Right? The same thing, right? In when computer came in, people are hiding that his job will be gone away when computers comes in. People are shouting. I think those you professor knows that. A lot of debate was going on. Is it down? Our Indian economy, especially Tamil Nadu economy, is grown because of IT industry. Right? Because we don't have agricultural land like Punjab or some other north state. We have a minimum agricultural land usage. Right? But still we succeed because of we have accommodate everything, every possible thing, industrialization along with the IT service, everything, right? So this is possible only when our streets, roads are being properly maintained, and then a lot of self-discipline with the customer, the person who is walking on the road, which is more important, right? Just imagine, right, that bike whose person really got injured and admitted, right? If that persons are coming in the bike, they'll try to hit it and they say, make a YouTube live and they say, right, see, I did it. Then the people are giving a thumbs up and then they are going as a hero, making it as, and then that's happening, right? That is the other side of the story, right? We can't criticize anything because that is how we have to see the world. The world is place of everything. We should not come with our own dogmas. We should be free mind to see everything as a kind of event. If you feel too much, then you are pressured and then you will get a heart attack. Your family is going to be in trouble, not the other person. So that is one video I want to show you. Is it audio is not there? Audio. Anyway, it's a self-explanatory. இதுல வரணும் ஆக்சுவலா வர டிரான்ஸ்மிட் ஆகும்.
Touch the screen.
லேப்டாப்ல சவுண்ட் வரும். It is coming here, not here only.
No, it's the selfish.
Yeah. But other, I have some more videos for which I need.
Okay. Please, sir.
ఇప్పుడు మా టీవీ
So first people need to give way for it, right? In India it will happen, will it happen?
Definitely not happen. Robots mean part
First one thing that will happen, right? Our parents will make the kids to sit on them.
good idea, sir.
Don't keep it right, ready. Keep it go behind. And I will go right with them, you take the baby. Yeah. So you can see, right, all these things are example. Fine, anyway. Okay, so in India, this is what happening in India. So they are expecting that by 2024, the revenue only for this industry. So that is where Amazon Fresh, Reliance Fresh, all are coming with kind of, forcefully now. Right? Okay.
Break film. Break film.
Other thing I know, fine. Plan நல்ல காகிதம் வச்சிருக்கேன்.